There are many types of aircraft. Early aircraft used almost all piston engines. The ideology was similar to cars, but there were variations in arrangements such as inline, opposed, V-shape, mirror, etc., each with its own advantages and disadvantages. The more the number of cylinders, the more the power, but the fuel consumption is also higher. We first look at its most common four-stroke, meaning the cycle is divided into 4 stages. First, the air and fuel mixture enters. The intake valve closes. Then the piston moves upward, compressing the mixed gas. After that, the spark plug ignites. Combustion pushes the piston downward. Finally, the exhaust valve opens, the exhaust gas exits, one cycle ends. The next cycle begins again. In different pressure arrangements, there is also a clear difference in cooling and air movement. The mirror engine places the cylinders in front of the air, allowing the airflow to directly remove the heat. Saves the complex cooling system. But the cost is that the frontal area is larger, resistance is higher, and speed decreases during flight. In contrast, the more streamlined arrangement of the V-shape has a cleaner exterior, less resistance, and it is easier to increase speed and efficiency. It just requires more cooling systems, and the structure is also more complex. If you want to increase speed further, there is a limit to the piston engine, and more advanced solutions are needed. The rocket engine is a good option, but its efficiency is low and it consumes more fuel. Therefore, it is not suitable for everyday aviation. And what really changed the landscape is the jet and gas turbine.
After the Second World War, they were continuously improved, and now they are not only highly efficient but also reliable, covering large applications from jet passenger planes to helicopters, turbine engine.
Its main part is actually a group of blades rotating at high speed. Air is drawn in from the front. It is compressed in several stages, mixed with atomized fuel and ignited. High temperature and high pressure gas exits towards the rear. It also helps the turbine to keep rotating. This creates a continuous closed-loop energy channel. You can understand it as a continuous version, which includes intake, compression, combustion, and exhaust that is no longer divided by the recurring rhythm of the piston. In specific applications, jet engines have split into many forms, such as turbofan, turbojet, turboprop, turboshaft, ramjet. The costume engine is the mainstay of civil aviation. The large front fan pushes a large amount of cool air forward. Only a small portion of the airflow enters the combustion chamber. The efficiency is higher. Noise is more favorable. The turbojet engine sends most of the intake for combustion, resulting in higher thrust density, making it more compact in size, but with drawbacks in noise and overall efficiency. The turboprop engine delivers turbine power to the propeller through a gearbox, which is more fuel efficient at speeds of less than 725 km per hour. It is particularly suitable for regional routes. Compared to a piston engine, it has a higher power-to-weight ratio, smoother takeoff, and better reliability, but maintenance and fuel requirements are more professional. Turboshaft engines and turboprop engines are similar. They just output power directly to a large shaft. The most typical carrier is a helicopter, and it can also be used in tanks and ships. While the ramjet engine is closer to the concept of a rocket, it requires high-speed airflow to generate thrust and can only work when the aircraft is already flying at high speed. It has almost no rotating parts. It depends on the size of the inlet, which slows down the supersonic airflow to combustible speed, completes compression and mixing, then the nozzle returns the energy to the supersonic jet flow. The main thing is that there should be sufficient incoming speed first, so usually the speed is increased by other power. For example, take the SR-71 Blackbird. In the low speed phase, it mostly works like a turbojet. After the speed increases, more air goes into the bypass inlet and the system gradually moves towards a ramjet-like operating condition. Absolutely, electric propulsion is also advancing rapidly, as the motor itself is highly efficient and provides quick response. The main obstacle is in the energy density of the battery, and there is a need for further progress in materials and systems. But from short distance travel to hybrid assistance, the window for real application is gradually.